The horror game we're about to play is extremely disturbing and distressing. It deals with very serious subject matter and explores them in visceral ways. Friends, please keep yourself safe and review the trigger warnings in the pinned comment. As with every video we do, your safety and mental health is my #1 concern. If you'd like to move ahead to the game and skip buddy time, you can go to the timestamp right here. Hey friends, I'm happy to see you. Get ready for one of the most disturbing and gut-wrenching games we've ever played on the channel. A little game called Land of Ghosts. Before we get started with the playthrough itself though, of course, let's have buddy time. And for today's buddy time, I'd like to talk a little bit about my cat, Pumpkin. Now for those of you that don't know, I've had Pumpkin since she was very, very young. Pumpkin is a very special cat. She was born without any back feet, and one of her back legs is only half the size of a normal leg. Pumpkin was part of a big litter of kittens, and out of all of her brothers and sisters, she was the only one that wasn't adopted. I guess people saw that she was different and maybe not as good. And yet here she is, 5 years later, and she's the most special girl I could have ever imagined. Pumpkin has enriched my life in ways that I cannot even describe. She has so much love to give, and the fact that she was dismissed just because she was a little different, I don't know, didn't sit right with me. Our physical differences do not define who we are. It's the energy we put out into the world, the kindness we share with others. Just like Pumpkin, we are the sum of our passions. We are the sum of the love we have to give and receive from others. Next time you get down, think of Pumpkin. She's the happiest cat in the world, doesn't let anything get in her way. I love you all and I hope you're safe. Welcome to the Land of Ghosts. Okay, Land of Ghosts. Here we go. I'm dozing in the back of my parents' car, lulled to sleep by the vehicle's gentle swaying. I drift in and out of consciousness, somewhere between wakefulness and sleep. I hear the sound of raindrops tapping on the windshield, not loudly enough to be unpleasant, but just enough to softly rouse me from my sleep. It's still early in the evening, probably around 8 p.m. From somewhere deep inside my consciousness, I observe as the street lamps we pass periodically illuminate the thin membranes of my eyelids. White and orange lights set the capillaries running through each of my eyelids aglow, coloring my vision a dark reddish brown as they cast their sinuous patterns onto my retina. The low rumble of the tires making contact with asphalt vibrate through the body of the car. My younger brother is also with us in the car, sitting beside me as he plays a game on his handheld console. The game's sound effects, the upbeat music, and the fanfare that plays upon finishing a level drifting into my ear from my right, along with the sound of passing cars and the wind against my windshield. I occasionally register my parents' and my brother's voices, but I can't make out the content of their conversations. On the other hand, I can hear the sound of my own breathing quite clearly. I feel the car curve to the left before an automated voice announces, ETC card accepted. It seems like we've just gotten onto the highway. I want to be rocked gently by the car forever. From time to time, my parents wake me up when we stop by a rest area, where I go to the washroom, sluggishly rubbing my eyes before drinking a sweet cafe au lait or hot tea under the bright lights of the rest area cafeteria. The tea might be green tea, or maybe oolong tea. I would ask my parents to buy me a snack before we get back into our car and head off again toward our destination somewhere far off in the distance. Sometimes the view outside the window will be a monotonous procession of natural scenery, other times an unfamiliar cityscape. The streetlights that run along the highway cast evenly spaced islands of light, illuminating the path our car traces through the darkness. This exact moment feels familiar, like I've experienced it tens or hundreds of times before. Oh. That silence after the rain is, palpable. That was the day of the accident that killed my entire family, except for me. Oh my God. That's how the game starts? God. Oh my God, this game is beautiful. I can't even get over what I'm seeing. Hold shift to run. And then this is our, okay. Oh, I love this. Look at the menu. Look at the little bow. We have a box cutter that was inside the car. It's quite dirty, but it seems like it still cuts well. and a mobile phone to mobile game. The phone I had in my pocket, there's no reception, but the battery still has quite a bit of charge. Okay. God, this is the way the game looks? Oh my goodness. Look at the backdrop. It's raining and everything's foggy and hazing. I can feel this area. Like, I can feel this. A wrecked car. That was the day of the accident that killed my entire family except for me. Oh my God, what a way to start the game. There's a blister pack of prescription sleeping pills lying on the ground. And we're picking those up. Why? Blister, okay, there's more. It's almost empty. Why are we picking those up? What was I doing before I woke up here? Where am I? We were in a car, right? And where's the rest of my family? Hold on. Why are there sleeping pills all over the highway? Something's not adding up. Hello? I'm somewhere on top of a massive bridge. This game is one of the most beautiful games we've ever played on the channel. Oh my God. It seems like a highway of some sort. A forest covered in fog stretches out beneath the bridge, beyond which I can make out the faint outlines of a mountain range. Several tall transmission towers stand in the distance, the red beacons of their aircraft warning lights drawing my eye. The red light is alien to this world of blue, and staring into it, I feel as if it somehow stares back, meeting my gaze. I don't feel afraid, though. In fact, something about the red light as it scatters in the rain is beautiful, almost comforting, as if I know it'll always be there for me. I reach out toward the red light, pretending to grab it, as if to play with it in my hand. Is this game gonna rip my heart in two? Is this game absolutely gonna rip my heart in two? I don't know, guys. I'm getting some vibes here. I'm soaked all the way down to my underwear. This bridge looks like it stretches on forever. It does, and so do those mountains. Maybe they do. Okay, what do we have here? A potted plant, a television, and a carpet in the middle of the highway. Okay, yeah, something... This isn't right. Friend A. Hey, so what's your dad like? Hey, you know Santa lost her family, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea. I imagine we're Sana. Sana? A video? I guess those, like, a recording of our friends from school? I have to go on and have a happy life. You seem like you've been a lot happier lately, Sana. Right, I was just thinking the same thing. So these are my friends talking to me. I have to be bright and cheerful. I don't get to cry anymore, even when it hurts. I'm an adult now. I have to be strong enough to pull through this, because that's what you'd want, right? Mom? Dad? She seems a lot happier because she's putting... Oh my God, is that my brother's game console? Oh! It's his DS. She seems happier because she's putting that face on. Sana believes that she has to because that's what adults do. I can't cry anymore. I'm not supposed to cry anymore. I have to move on with life. Everyone I know is gone in the blink of an eye, and I have to pick up the pieces. There's a handheld console with a cracked screen lying on the ground. And there are sleeping pills everywhere. I wonder if this is like her recurring dream she has every night. She takes these sleeping pills to go to bed because otherwise she can't, due to the PTSD of this happening. And then this is what she sees, an amalgamation of that day, an amalgamation of the memories she has. My head throbs from the sound of the static echoing inside it. I don't want to listen to this anymore. And I can't. I don't want to listen to my friends reminding me, oh, your family's gone. Right, we forgot about that. Coworker, hey, are you listening? I didn't want to say this, but lately you haven't been taking an active role in anything. You're barely making an effort to pull your own weight. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, it's hard to focus at my work, at my day job, when I lost my family. You're dragging the whole team down with you. You understand that, right? Because it's all about, right, of course. This is so much more important. Why do I have to be a human? Why can't I just be a machine that just moves on from one task to the next? And the slightest catastrophic hiccup in my life, I have to completely ignore just for the good of the team, the good of the numbers. I'm so scared. Everywhere I look, I just see enemies. Ooh. And the sleeping pills once again. It's like something inside my head is tearing itself apart. Every day I feel so lonely and anxious and sad. When I stand in the warm sunlight and look at my own hands, sometimes I feel like a foreign body, something alien that doesn't belong. It's like I'm already dead. But how do you even process losing your entire family in a second? And this is how I imagine she sees the world, just a blur at this point. God. Those comments from the coworker set me off. Rainy days are the only times I feel like somehow I'm allowed to exist. There's nothing I want more than to die in the rain, to tear this never-ending facade of a normal life to shreds and just end myself. Then I can finally see my family again. Oh my God. Every day, just endless hopelessness and a void that literally nothing and nobody can fill. Anything on the radio? My head hurts. Make the noise stop. It feels like my head's about to explode. I think that's supposed to represent like the noise from the day, the chatter from her friends and her coworkers. I should check out that payphone back there. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Hey, are you there? Hello? Don't go, please. Just come back and we can talk this out. I told you I'd be there for you, didn't I? Come on, I know you can hear me. I'm just tired of everything. I don't want to hear any of this anymore. Who was that? Someone was talking to Sana on the phone. I wonder who that was. I mean, most likely someone we know, right? My head hurts. Oh, a ladder? Is that a ladder? I can see a river running below the highway. I wonder what it looks like down there. Thank you for being here with me for a game like this. I can tell this is going to be something special. Like, this is just such a piece of art, even from the little we've played. And I just really am happy you're here. I'm really happy you're here. It's so much quieter down here. Almost feels like that car ride. All we can hear is the rain. Wow. Carefully making my way down the ladder, I descend into the forest. A large river runs right beside the area I've stepped down into. The quiet murmur of the rich yet pure water flowing by stimulates my eardrums, producing a pleasant sensation. Unlike the highway up on the bridge, a thick fog blankets the forest, which consists mostly of coniferous trees like Yezo spruce, broken up only by the occasional stand of deciduous trees. The grass and moss are strewn with pebbles and gravel. Look at this! God, it is beautiful. The grass and moss are strewn with pebbles and gravel, perhaps carried there by previous inundations of the river. Dead grass, now a rotten brown, clings to the tree branches among other detritus swept across by the river, with the forest floor in a similar state of chaos. For no particular reason, I touch the bark of the tree beside me. In doing so, I become aware of the visceral presence of my physical body, feeling each heartbeat as it sends blood coursing through my veins down to my fingertips. The bark has a faint warmth and a pleasant smell to it. I feel like it's been a very long time since I've touched something and stopped to search for the right words to express the exact sensation of its texture. Despite being a human with dyed hair wearing clothes, I feel almost like I've become a wild animal. I stand in an opening in the trees, listening to the branches and leaves rustling in the wind. The colossal highway that I had just been walking along seems to stretch on endlessly into the distance above my head. The river running by the foot of the bridge carves a snaking path through the land, flowing with such intensity it threatens to overflow its banks. The fog through which the rain falls condenses into droplets of moisture on the walls of my windpipe. I've become completely one with the atmospheric layer around me. I've felt this before. I've felt what Sana is describing before. Except not in the rain. I've felt this way in the snow. As a child, I used to, get all bundled up and I would go out into the snow and just lay in the snow. And if you've ever done something like that, it is a quiet I can't explain. And I would just listen and I would feel one with the atmospheric layer around me. That's a better way to describe it than anything I could come up with. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. My ears ring, but here in this place, even that dissonance feels somehow like it's allowed to coexist. I decide to try following the river. Oh my god, I love this game. Wow. So Oh, and the sound effects change too. I don't think this is, happening, right? We're not actually walking along a river. Maybe this is a dream. I don't know. I don't know what specifically it is, but the sleeping pills tell me this might be a recurring dream she's having, especially because we can kind of glean different aspects of Sana's life in this strange mishmash of a world. That's what I think. What do you think? A piece of driftwood well into the stages of decomposition, covered in a layer of moss. A few mushrooms poke their heads out of the ground around where it meets the driftwood. When was the last time you did that, though? You touched something and felt the texture and really sat there and thought, what does this feel like? And like analyzed that and just sat in that moment, that quiet moment. I don't know. I don't know when the last time I did that was. I touch so many things every day, but like when a piece of... Oh, okay, never mind. Same thing. I guess there's more piece of driftwood around? Oh, now we're really getting into the forest. Ugh, my head hurts. Can't go up. It feels like I'm sinking underwater while my ears are ringing. A bush with some berries. They shine with a juicy luster even in this thick darkness. Is this... Oh, that's another piece of driftwood. Oh my god, I almost can't see where I'm going now. What is this? Looking closely, I spot what appears to be a noose hanging from a tree. I wonder if someone's used it. I bet it'd feel really good to die somewhere deep inside a forest like this. No! Absolutely not! Maybe not now. It said, should I hang myself? No! Okay, I saved, and again, I am not doing this because I want to. I'm just doing it so we can see what the other options in the game are and see what happens. We try to play the games to as much of a completion as we possibly can, so feel free to skip ahead. I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh god, don't tell me she actually does it. The game closed. Okay, we're moving back through the forest now to see where we end up. Oh, we're way out of where we were before. Good God. This looks like a marshland almost. There's a bit of a clearing here. I can hear the splish splash of raindrops falling into the pools of water. I hope I don't fall and get sucked down into the bottomless pit of mud. And look at those pylons in the distance, almost like monsters themselves. What a beautiful place. All this nature, all this beauty, and then jutting out from that are these giant pylons. But if you were here with me, it had been even... And then we stop. Whatever. I'm finally free. A soda, maybe? Who would have expected to find a vending machine here? And there's a gazebo, too. It seems to be operating, too, judging the artificial light it emits. I guess you wouldn't need to worry about bringing drinks if you came here for a picnic. A trash can. And are both of these the same? Yes. Okay. I love this gazebo. Cherish the rain, the rage shrouds you? On rainy days, we are connected. The blue of the atmospheric layer penetrates you. You accept it with quiet delight and smile modestly. What is this? A deep blue rock. It's completely cold to the touch. Its refusal to give off even the slightest warmth feels very noble in a way. A rock. Various patterns seem to be carved into its surface. The red markings give off a faint yet comforting warmth. The rock and my body blend into one another. What is this gazebo? Perhaps the patterns on the surface of this rock were etched into it by the passage of time. It looked like an eye staring out at me, but also like some sort of planet. And then some deer. 2 deer tied to one another by their collars. I should cut them loose. They're real? Oh no, this one's crying. Sorry about that. He's crying. What does that mean? We thought we were freeing the other deer, but what does that really mean? The other deer ran right away and now he's sad. Huh. Almost feels like a metaphor for relationships sometimes. Some sort of quadrupedal thing. His surface is smooth and shiny. He looks only at himself. He's the object of everyone's adoration, or perhaps their scorn. And that makes him happy. He's happy just to see everyone doing what they like. Alright, dude, I've had enough of listening to your little speech you're giving here. Whoa, where did you come from? Who is this? What are you doing here? I don't mean any harm. Let me give this new character in the coat a different voice, just so we can differentiate. You don't seem hostile. You're the first human I've seen in this forest apart from myself, though whatever I count as a human is a bit of an interesting question in and of itself. I'm just here to pick some wild plants to eat. I've been surviving on an awfully plain diet recently. Just random tree nuts and other stuff like that lying around. Do you live nearby? Around this forest, I mean? No, I live a bit further upstream, in this place that's kind of like a landfill. You'd be surprised how much useful stuff gets thrown out with the trash. How about you, lady? Where'd you come from? Lady? I only just got here. I woke up in a car on that bridge and I just started walking. Not really heading anywhere in particular. Oh, in that case, here, you can eat this. What's this, meat? Yep, it's wild boar meat I dried. You sure I can have this? Thank you. You're not cold, lady. Yeah, all this walking kind of wore my body up. I'm actually feeling nice and toasty. Has it been raining like this the whole time? Yeah, at least I've never seen it stop raining since I got here. This world is always covered in this thick fog and rain. I doubt it'll ever let up. This place is just one mystery after another. I don't think anyone knows who built that giant bridge, for example, or when. Yeah, that bridge was really huge, and it was so quiet with no one around. All you could hear was the wind and the rain. Yeah, I tried walking up there once, and there wasn't really anyone. Oh, but if you go a bit further along the bridge, you'll see some stores by the side of the road. There's some people there. Wait, so there are people apart from us? Yeah, only from time to time, though. But most of them are kind of weird. Weird? Yeah, you see how both of us have parts of our bodies glowing this kind of pale blue? Every creature in this world has part of its body glowing like that. Sometimes it's their whole body. So the thing is, almost everyone has their whole body glowing. And those guys are always weird. First, they don't really talk. That's why I was pretty glad when I met you and it seemed like we actually understood each other. I think for me it's part of my face that's glowing. These lines that look like cracks. I guess for you, it's your hair. It looks electric. Yeah, although I'm not sure how this whole thing works. I might have said a bit too much. It's fine. I was just surprised to run into someone else here. Thank you for the meat. Don't worry about it. It's nothing really. This forest is actually quite rich in food if you know how to forage for it. Anyway, bye. I guess I should go back the way I came. I might find some other people if I keep going along the highway. I guess so. That boy back there was kind of cute. I always liked kids that were a bit cheeky like him. I feel a bit better after talking to another person. Feels like it's been a while. I hope we see each other again somewhere. I have a feeling you will. I have a feeling we have not seen the last of that character. Although, I think calling someone lady on a first meet is a bit much there. How do I get back? Dear God. Oh, here we go. Is this right? Basically, you just need to touch the left side of the screen. Okay, but either of us could die at any moment. That's just the kind of world this is. Is it? Or I guess that's how you... Oh, is that a deer? That's how you feel after an accident like that. The deer from before lies fallen, blood streaming from her body. I don't remember seeing a deer. Maybe I just missed it. I considered whether I could tear a piece of her meat off to eat it if she's already dead. She couldn't survive for long if I tore into her with my box cutter. A large stream of blood flows from the fallen deer's neck and side. The blood diffuses into the sand by the side of the river, eventually joining its flow. It feels like I'm watching as the deer's soul leaves her body, bidding it fond farewell as it departs on the last voyage. I envy her. Look at that ethereal light coming from the deer. That's really how it feels, like the soul is leaving the body. But maybe I simply envy everything that isn't me. I place my hand on her body to feel her warmth, only to find it already as cold as a rock. I imagine the events that led to her death. Perhaps an animal had attacked her? A bear, maybe? After a moment of hesitation, I slide my box cutter into the deer's side and begin to slit her open horizontally. The blade pierces through the upper layers of her pelt with less effort than I had expected, easily splitting open her skin down to the subcutaneous tissue. I've never butchered the corpse of an animal this large, and so recognizably the same thing that had just been alive moments ago. My hands tremble with fear. Blood begins to gush from her side. I feel the contents of my stomach rising to the base of my throat at the sight of my handiwork. Seeing as I've already come this far, I steel myself and begin to carve out a piece of flesh, only to quickly discover the task is nothing like preparing a cut of meat from the supermarket. Of course, she was going to be dead soon one way or another, and probably already was, in fact. But I feel a pang of guilt at having defiled her corpse so violently. All strength leaves my body as I crumple to my knees. I've never handled the sight of blood well. But more than blood, I've always had a deep-seated, almost physiological fear of sharp blades and pointed objects. Even the thought of getting the flu shot in high school was enough to make me break out in a cold sweat. Oh, look at us sitting with the deer. I turn toward the river with a sigh. I gaze out at the river together with the corpse of the deer I've just defiled. As cowardly and worthless a companion as I may be, I spend those final moments with her, with what's now her corpse. Taking a few steps out into the river and shining my smartphone's flashlight into the riverbed, I spot the scales of a fish sparkling in the light. I wonder if it was a char. It looked like it had red spots. I imagine the fish swimming along in the undulating undercurrent, its body lacerated by sharp rocks and branches, fragments of scales nearly stripped loose from its skin twinkling in the light. He vigorously braves the current swimming along the riverbed. He spots a small insect that looks something like a grasshopper or spider cricket as it skates across the surface of the water, then swallows it in a single gulp. I decide to end my flight of imagination there. The light emitted by my smartphone illuminates the nutrient-rich sediment lying on the riverbed. Looking more closely, I see grains of sand of various sizes and colors mixed in with the sediment. There's even more variety than I had expected at first upon closer inspection. I discover that the rain has steadily increased in intensity over the course of my short reverie, as the river's current, which is both terrifying and in a strange way, palpably exciting. The rain has washed away nearly all of the deer's blood, her viscera glistening like pink gemstones in the downpour. Sliding my hand into the oh my god. Sliding my hand into the cavity I just opened in her body, I detect a faint warmth. Maybe some of her warmth still remains deep inside her corpse. This is the first time I've ever thought of blood as something that could be so warm and so comforting. The ecosystem of the forest that I had thought simply carried on its rhythms and cycles, neither concerning itself with nor affecting me, I now realize has left a deep impression on my psyche. Is this solitude? A dead deer. Her body emits a pale blue light. Wait a minute. The deer dies and now it's emitting a pale blue light? Isn't that what... Is everyone here dead? Hold on a second. Wait a second. But that's what the other character said. Everyone was like glowing blue. And we're only partially glowing blue. Mine is forming as cracks in my face like maybe I'm on the verge of death or I'm on the brink of death, but I'm not there yet. It's kind of fun just being here. We all just wander aimlessly, pelted by the same rain, and even if we get dirty, the rain washes us clean again right away. Friends, I think that means something. I really do. I think finding that deer and then examining its body again to see the blue light, that's cluing us into something. Okay. Time to head to the stores we've heard so much about. All right, I'm finally back. I should try going a bit further along the highway. I wonder what we're going to find at those stores. It could be anything. Oh, found another person. Hey there, some beautiful rain we're having, isn't it? Care to join me for a beer in this lovely drizzle? This person seems kind of weird. Probably best to just leave them alone. Huh. I mean, why? I wonder if I should leave them alone. Yeah, they don't let me make another decision there, so we're just gonna continue. I don't know, it just seemed like he maybe needed someone to talk to. It is a lovely rain, though. Here's a non-wrecked car. Hello? Did we not just enter a car? I'm home. Oh, you're back already. Yuzuru? Who is that? What is going on? Yeah, I was just taking a nap. Man, my shoes got totally soaked. I guess I should throw them in the dryer later. Feels like it's been raining forever, doesn't it? It's been, what, like 4 days at this point? They're eating together? Man, I've been really into this comedian lately. What was their name again? Same here. I really like their skits, too. We like to spend evenings lazing around at home with the pizza or some snacks. Is this, like, maybe our partner? I'm always ready to die. The sound of the rain falling outside had a calming effect on my heart. I think these quiet moments I spent with him were my happiness. When it was raining, somehow, I felt like I was allowed to live, or maybe like we all had become equal. I'm always ready to die. What? I wonder if the person on the payphone was our partner, after we had left them. Just a theory I have. Oh, there's a building. Bunch of cars here. There's some weird people too, I guess I should be careful. That is a nutcracker? Hello? An ornament in the shape of a soft-serve ice cream cone. Oh, wow. You a normal person? Don't see a lot of people like you around here. Must have been pretty rough getting here. Don't mind me, I'm just sort of squatting here anyway. A normal person. Yeah, these two are completely enveloped in blue. Some people are glowing mildly blue. Music plays from a portable speaker on the ground. I guess it must be waterproof. No idea what this song is, but something about it gets me all emotional. When I was a kid, my friend and I used to take off our shoes and play with water from the hose right in the parking lot. There's a middle-aged man dancing with a broad smile. He twirls round and round like a ballerina, completely immersed in the music playing from the nearby portable speaker. His entire body gives off a bright light, leaving an afterimage in the dark with each movement. His expression, while not exactly childlike, has a kind of gleeful whimsy to it, as if he thinks of it as a small blessing that he gets to be here right in this moment. You know what? I'm not gonna interrupt his flow here. A middle-aged woman and a man who looks to be a salaryman locked in a deep kiss. Gotta add the sound effects there. Entirely absorbed in the act, they hold each other tight even as the rain soaks them. Their glowing bodies each illuminate the other, the two almost appearing to have fused into a single luminous body. That is beautiful. But are they dead? They're glowing. What? Why are they making that noise? A machine to buy meal tickets for an Italian restaurant. I loved carbonara as a child. That was what I always ordered from these restaurants. Excuse me. I'm really hungry, but I don't have any money on me. Do you think I could just get something to eat? I can work. I'll wash dishes or sweep the floor or... And who is this? Hey there, sweetie. What's wrong? Don't have any money for food? Right. I don't have any on me, and I haven't seen any lying around anywhere. Let me pay. Are you sure? You don't have to. It's fine, really. The boy back in the forest also gave me food. I've just been surviving off people's generosity. Well, she did say it was fine. I guess I'll take her up on her offer. Though I have no idea how she got her hands on any money. Yeah, I mean, is there money here? I order a bowl of soba with the money I accept from the lady and bring it over to one of the cafeteria tables. I immediately begin slurping up the noodles with the disposable chopsticks, filling my mouth with the satisfying taste of the dashi flavored broth. I eat like I'm on the verge of starving to death. Maybe it's a bit rude to think of this as a meal I didn't even pay for myself, but after a few mouthfuls, my impression of the soba is just that it's mostly plain and inoffensive, both in appearance and taste. Yeah, but when you're hungry, everything tastes amazing. But I think it's exactly what I like about it. Maybe it's only because of the state of fatigue I'm in from walking here in the cold outside air that this bowl of utterly unremarkable soba tastes so delicious. You like it? Yes, it's delicious. Slow down, sweetie. Right. Is someone living here? There's like a bed and a TV. What's going on there? So she's just gone then? Or she's getting something? I got us ice cream. I got vanilla and raisin. Which one do you want? I'll have the vanilla. Here you go. Don't worry about the money. I'm just glad to finally have someone else to talk to. Not many people who can really hold a conversation around here. I mean, it's actually a pretty nice place. The temperature's set just right, you can sing all you like without worrying about what anyone will think of you, and you can eat whenever you get hungry and fall asleep to the sound of rain, the lady says, lazily stretching. She speaks in what feels like a very casual, almost thoughtless way, but her speech has a very distinctive feeling of balance to it, and how she seems to speak thoughtlessly, while at the same time cherishing and savoring the particular sensation of each word she uses. It really seems like it just rains forever in this world. Yep, I've never seen it let up. You like the rain? I do. The sound is really soothing. Really? Same here. Maybe that's why the two of us met each other here. Oh, right. By the way, I'm thinking of ending myself soon, but there was something I wanted to do before that. You mind swinging by later? I'm sorry. I can't tell who's talking. Wait, was that the lady talking? Yeah. Hold on a second. The lady was talking, asking us to swing by later. Is everyone here that's not glowing blue? Are they suicidal? The ghost seems to be mumbling something in his sleep. Just leave me alone. I'm scared. In the end, I'm just leave me. He seems to be muttering something to himself. Why are you still bullying me? I already apologized. That's why I was always scared of the light. It's always just staring at you. But I think now I can handle it. A cat. Was I the one who had a cat? No, or was that just the dream you had? No, it couldn't be, right? Nowadays, I feel like I wouldn't mind going under the sunlight, but then, usually those afternoons I get so sad I start to cry. He continues to mutter to himself, with a happy grin on his face. Okay, we're swinging by. So there's a place I wanted to go through this door way down in the guts of this building. My room. There's something I wanted to do there, so I was wondering if you could come with me. Sure, I can go with you, but is there something dangerous in there? Well, it's a bit dark, and one moment you're just going along, and next you find yourself in a pretty scary place. In any case, nothing to fear. Let us proceed. Right, nothing to fear. Okay. And this is a storage room? Eek! I guess I'm still no good with the dark. Trash can looks full of bloody tissues. Nothing important inside. Nope. Nothing. Okay, nothing in here. Don't know what the bloody tissues are for. Oh, not this guy again. This guy on the radio keeps yapping the same thing. It's like, bro, what's your problem? Huh? Okay, nothing in here, it looks like. So I imagine most of these rooms don't have anything really of any importance. The kitchen staff are working on the other side of the door. Probably best not to disturb them. Okay, and it looks like our only exit is right up here to the left. Won't open. Nothing important. Is there anything important in any of these things ever? Where am I? Oh, a key. A church. There's a key on the table. Got the hallway key. And there's a guy here. I was just thinking, who's the Maria the Ave Maria is for anyway? You know what? That's a great question. I had no idea this chapel was here. I used to go to this church all the time as a kid. At the end of the day, it's practically where I grew up. I wish I could just close my eyes, plug my ears, and sleep forever. Or is there something else I want? I don't know. It seems like most of the people here are here for the same thing if they're not already gone. Alright, no more Ave Maria. Let's open the hallway key. Or use the hallway key to open the door. Let neither your belief, your hope, nor your love waver. Love the Lord with all your heart. Shun hypocrisy and pray earnestly. Just a prayer. Looks like there's something inside the locker. Got Lady's Diary Part 2. Wait a minute, did I miss one? Oh, here it is. It looks like there's something inside the locker. Lady's Diary Part 1. Okay, good. Now we can read them. Part 1. Read the diary, yes. There was a time when I believed in God. You and I had gone to church together since we were little. As a child, my parents taught me to be pious, chaste, and respectful. That's why it wasn't the awful scolding my parents gave me that I remember most of all from that day when I was around 10, when I got into a fight with my friend and raised my hand against her. But that sad, sad look on their faces. Huh. But eventually I stopped believing in God, and my life began to go off the rails. To be honest, I had always had a bit of a feeling that it wasn't true, that they were just all hypocrites pretending to be oh so pure, so much holier than thou, and that disgusted me. There were only a handful of people who were truly believers. I think something about that infuriated me. So I wonder now, is there going to be any more diary entries? In that brief time today between day and night, the world becomes blue. I love that time of day. It meant it wouldn't be long until I could sink into the sweet darkness and let the color of the night become mine. But there were too many painful nights, too. Come night, I would forget myself like a wild beast. It seems like a lot of the people here are dealing with the same thing. There's what looks like a first aid kit. Can I not take it with me? If this was a normal RPG, I would be able to. The drawers are filled with business documents and scraps of paper covered in messy scribbles. Okay, nothing useful. What is this? Can't pick it up. Okay, anything in the trash? No. Anything over here? No. So what is the point of this room? Maybe every room doesn't necessarily have to have a point. Maybe it's just there because it's there. What is this? There's a key on the table. Got the stairwell key. Wait, is that another... What is this on the... Still your heart, submit to the Lord, and give thanks to him through prayer. Love even your enemy. Oh! I just got goosebumps. Oh my god. That is striking imagery. So where's the stairwell? Oh, I love this song. You ever heard it before? Gymnopédie #1, I think that's pronounced. I have heard this before. I have heard this before. It's beautiful. It's us. Cracks and all. Nothing important inside. Looks like there's something inside the locker. Got the embroidered ashtray. Interesting. Okay, can I take a look at that? The portable ashtray the lady used. It's quite cute with a design you don't see often in Japan. It is cute. It's really cute, actually. So, now I just gotta find the stairwell, I guess. Again, I know I just said this, and I've said this multiple times, but what a beautiful little game. Okay. Ooh. What is that? Now it's getting creepy again. Another church? What is this? It almost looks like a figure or maybe like a distorted clock. There's Ave Maria again. I'm trying to figure out what I'm even looking at there. Can I go through here? What the Billy Tender? Wait, how come every time I take a step, look at the background. Every time I walk, more of the background starts to fill out. What does that even mean? And what is that noise? Why can't I talk to anybody? How large is this place? Hold on, I'm gonna go back out here. Because I want to finish exploring this floor if there's anything else here. Where'd the lady go? Oh, there she is. My room's on this floor. We're almost there. Okay, that is creepy. Vending machine hums gently as it operates. And I guess this is the ladies' floor. Why is there blood everywhere? I turn the knob, unlocking the door. What? Does this just warp us back here? I was just thinking, oh yeah, this just warped us back here. What? Wait, why is there a sleeping lady here? Oh, did we wake her up? I'm sorry. What kind of a room is this? A trash can. So we can just wake her up and... Where does this one go to? The door won't open. This is so confusing. I don't understand any of what I'm looking at. It's like this is some sort of unfinished room that's an amalgamation of... I don't know, of everything. And there's not even any solid contact with any of the stuff on the ground. What is this? I can even run right through this car. So it just looks like the more you run around, the more it builds the background. And the more it kind of randomly creates... art, it seems. Okay, I think I'm ready to go to Lady's room. Let's talk to her, though. This is me on the day I realized that God didn't exist. That nothing really mattered. That there was nothing beyond this, nothing after this. That this was all there was. I just stood there under the weight of that cold reality in that all-consuming silence. Was that the space we were just in? You know how it felt to lose everything? It felt really good. Well, how do you define lose everything? Like lose your faith? Because I can understand for some people how that could be freeing. For others, it could be very difficult and very trying. It depends on the person. Whoa, would you look at the size of those cuts? Ugh, my head hurts. Yeah, my old wounds start to hurt too when I get too close to them. You all right there, sweetie? I'm all right. There, there. Don't push yourself. Let me give you a hug. Hug. Blush. I'm nice and warm, aren't I? Feeling better? A bit, I think. Ha, glad to hear it. Anyway, let's see if we can find something to cover up these wounds. There's lots of stuff lying around in this building, so there should be something we can use. Oh, I can't go past the wounds at all, I guess. Okay. Time to look around. Oh, the med kit. Got the pack of bandages, that's right. I totally forgot about the med kit. I just seen that. Okay, let's run back up, and this should cover up the wounds on the ground, I guess? Alright, let's put these bandages over the cuts. There. Huh. Oh! I don't like mannequins in horror games. What a cute one piece. I don't think it'd look good on me, though. These are pretty. A classy looking dress, the kind a model might wear. Looks like there's something inside the locker. Got the Lady's Diary Part 3. Awesome. A robe that looks like a nun's habit. These clothes look like they make a nice casual outfit. A cute girly dress. And what's this? Fernand Knopf. I lock the door upon myself. 1891. It's a beautiful painting. I lock the door upon myself. What does that mean? I guess the way I would look at it is kind of sometimes the way I approach my work with the channel. Walk into this room, lock the door, lock myself away from the world for a while. I lock the door upon myself. Almost kind of feels like what we do here when we experience a game like this together. I wonder if maybe the lady was into making clothes? I always wanted to live someone else's life. Every day I'd try to lose myself in pleasant fantasies. I used to try dressing myself up in all different kinds of outfits. But now it all just makes me feel empty. Maybe she didn't really have a passion for clothes making, but she thought it would transform her into something else. Let's go ahead and look at the item we just picked up, Lady's Diary. You were the one who had the deepest influence on me. You started to suffer from severe depression as an adult. By that point, I had started working. You and I would talk on the phone what felt like every night. We got along in most ways, but I hated how you always had to tie every conversation we had back to God. You still believed in God with all your heart, unlike me, and even then you still went to church I'd long since abandoned. I wonder who Lady's talking about there. This one too. There. What on earth is that? Wow, look how beautiful this painting is. There's a little bird flying near the top. What is this? It almost looks like a person. It looks like a person laying down and a bird flying over them. Now, I don't know if it's blood they're laying in or if that was just the choice of colors. Who knows? Looks like there's something inside the locker. Diary Part 4. Well, you know we're reading that. I hate the word to pray. I used to like it, but not anymore. All I feel for it now is hate. Let my parents and all the other rubes at church pray as much as they like. Without me, the flock was finally rid of its black sheep, the one discordant note, ruining its perfect harmony. But it was because of you. You were the one I had to destroy myself. You were the one I could never forget. You were everything to the girl I used to be. That's why I set fire to your church that day. Huh. This doesn't seem like just the experience of moving on from the faith. Lady's story seems to be a bit deeper than that. Ah, home sweet home. Big old teddy bear on the bed. Nothing beats jumping into your own bed. Oh, that little sound effect, too. Can I look at the bear, please? Thank you. A stuffed teddy bear. I'm gonna take a look around the house first. A wooden bookshelf with a well-read Bible and some novels, as well as some popular magazines. Some dirty dishes are piled up on a nightstand. All these books are just lying around on the floor, too. I guess she must not be the type to clean up after herself much. The kitchen's covered in dust. It seems like it hasn't been used in a long time. Anything in the fridge? Yes, I know. I'm looking through the fridge. A big refrigerator. It's filled with lots of alcohol and not much else. Okay. Let's talk. This is what I wanted to come back for. I needed to get my knife. I just wanted to cut myself. Hello? You know? I'm gonna have to give a big warning at the beginning of this game. You don't know how good that feels. I just miss seeing my own blood. Some nights I can't even sleep without cutting myself. You want to give it a try too? I think I'll pass for now. You want to sleep together then? The bed's really comfy, you know? I take off my clothes and lie down in bed beside the lady. I feel safe and comforted, feeling her skin against mine. I want to stay snuggled up against her this way forever. The lady begins to kiss me. I let her take the lead. It feels good to not think about anything but the feeling of her body against mine. She kisses me over and over until I begin to tire of it, excuse me. Once she's finished, the lady holds the still bloody knife up to the light, twiddling it in the air playfully. Then slowly, wrapping one arm around my neck, she raises the knife right up to my eye. Didn't anyone ever teach you not to trust strangers, sweetie? What are you doing? Just kidding. What? Anyway, let's get going. I'm thinking of ending myself soon. I'm gonna jump off that highway. I'm a bit nervous, but it's something I always wanted to do. This is one of the most disturbing video games I've ever played. And it's not necessarily because of the subject matter. We've dealt with subject matter like this in games before. But the way it's handled, the characters in this space, the characters in this world are talking about all of this in such a free and open way. And it's even more disturbing that way. Like, they're talking about it as if it's just a decision like, oh, I'm gonna go do my laundry today. Huh. Okay, so now I just gotta find out where to go from here. Oh, we're back here. We sit on the blue plastic tarp watching the rain fall outside. Outside, the glowing people are still dancing and playing. The lady tells me to take off my clothes, which I reluctantly do after a few moments of hesitation. I start to feel a bit more comfortable without the heavy, waterlogged fabric hugging my skin. Doing as the lady tells me, I hang my jacket and boots up on the simple drying rack by the electric heater. By the time I turn around, I'm surprised to see she's stripped down to her underwear as well. The two of us sit by the electric heater, relaxing as we feel its warmth slowly spread through our bodies. My chilled skin seems lighter than usual, like it's been bleached white. This place is pretty boring, but in a way it can also be really fun, since there's no one around to tell you what you can and can't do. I could kill you right now, and no one would even bat an eye. But you're cute, so I wouldn't do that. You know, I think I'm just tired of everything. She stands up and takes a deep, satisfied stretch. Come on. I think I'm starting to understand what this is really about. We run out into the downpour in nothing but our underwear. Raindrops stream down our skin, the wind whipping up droplets of rain before scattering them again into the storm. The unfamiliar song playing from the speaker feels oddly sentimental. There's something calming about the sound of the guitar, like it's washing me clean of anything and everything. Although at first I wasn't too enthusiastic about coming outside, soon I start to feel my body warming up as we dance round and round the bonfire, rising out of the metal drum. We run around the parking lot, jumping into puddles, playing innocently like children. Under bright lights she dances, gliding over the puddles like a ghost. She burns pale blue, lighting up with an innocent smile, a streak of phosphorescence shooting through the turbid indigo darkness. I watch on in a daze as she continues to dance. She pulls me into the fray by the arm, her nails digging into my skin. The middle-aged man who was circling the fire before smiles kindly as he continues his tottering dance. The couple that was kissing is arguing now. The man seems to unilaterally hurl abuse at the woman as he grabs her by the hair. The woman's nose bleeds as she sobs, ablaze with despair. "This is your fault. This is all your damn fault. Just looking at your face pisses me off. Don't you hear me? Damn it! Why the hell did I have to? Just why?" Streaks of light cross one another, a pulsating, throbbing ebb and flow. My vision blurs, black, white, indigo. Light refracts off the moisture that seeped into my eyes. "Right, just like that. Don't think about anything. Just move your arms and your legs." We hug, pressing our foreheads together. "Don't forget me. Don't you ever forget me. I won't let you ever forget me. No matter how many times you try to forget me, I know you won't. Isn't that funny?" She climbs over the railing by the edge of the bridge and stands on the other side. Even though I know she's about to throw herself off the bridge and end it, all I can do is look on. Why? Why am I just standing by and watching? Do I think I'm lucky that I get to see something exciting, that I get to watch someone die? Death, it happens every day. I try to tell myself that, but the very next moment I start to have a feeling that something in the deepest part of my heart is about to change. I hold my breath. Bye-bye. Oh, this game is sad. I should keep going down the highway. Still numb, I take a step forward. God, that scene was intense. I have so many thoughts in my head right now, but I want to wait till we get near the end. The ghost woman before is lying on the ground covered in blood. Oh, he killed her. She lies facing the sky with an expression that seems somehow contented. I think this game is similar to Silent Hill 2 in many ways. And I want to give, like, my whole thoughts on this once we get to the end. We're back here again. It seems like today it's not raining. At night, the city becomes very quiet enough to hear the wind blowing and the carefree voices of young people enjoying themselves in the night. His apartment is quiet too, almost to the point that I can hear my own breathing and heartbeat clearly. Lately, whenever I find myself somewhere quiet, I feel like I can see the contours of my own hideous existence coming into focus. I miss the rain. The rain conceals my existence, the sound of raindrops pelting the ground like a cloak that keeps me hidden. I want to die under a dark sky, rain clouds looming overhead. It won't be long until I can die. There's someone moving in there, in the house. What are we watching? Some variety shows playing on the television with a group of comedians excitedly chatting away. Can't you just be normal? Stop being so scared of what other people think of you. That part of you always pissed me off. Just die already. Is this supposed to be, like, our partner? The shelf is filled with miscellaneous items organized neatly. He has a need to keep things tidy and organized like a woman. Why would he say those things to me? Some small guppies swim about in the tank. The bookshelf has some figurines of a character from his favorite manga, travel magazines, and some documents. A nice fluffy bed. It'd probably feel great to just jump into it. So what do I do? Do I just leave? There's nothing for me to do outside. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. The sleeping? Wait, do I leave? I guess I just leave. A gentle silence runs through the city like a river. Oh, I guess I go out this way. Wait, what? I exit by interacting with the sleeping pills. Okay, there's definitely a reason for that. Let's see what's at the end of this highway, right? That's what we're all wondering. That's what we are all wondering. Maybe we'd been better off if we never met, because in the end, there's no one you'll really open your heart to. That's why you're going off on your own. This is our partner saying this. Maybe we'd both have been better off if... Oh, right. No one you'll open your heart to. Look, you might not be able to fathom, you traitor. You traitor. You cannot possibly fathom what Sana's gone through, but you at least have to try to understand and to listen. Another ladder. I've come pretty far from the first one. I wonder what's down there. It looks like there's a bit of a clearing in the forest. I see a light down there. I wonder if that's where someone lives. Going down again might be dangerous, but I guess I should check it out. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Let's see what's down here. Everything's probably gonna look the same for at least a little bit. A massive trash heap lies piled up by the side of the river. The mountain of waste stands so tall its peak is out of sight. There seemed to be a lot of garbage strewn about the side of the river. I wondered if this is where it all came downstream from. Yeah, there's a lot here. Good God. And what is this? A horse gazes at me languidly. There's a horse here? Oh, it's the guy. Whoa. What are you doing here? You're the lady from before. You walked all the way here? Yeah, I did stop to rest for a bit at the store you told me about. Ah, I see. Then as I was walking along the bridge, I looked down and saw there was a light coming from around here. So that's how you found this place. In any case, make yourself at home. I've never had anyone over before, so I don't have anything to entertain guests with, though. It's nice and warm in here. Yeah, there's a literal mountain of stuff to burn for fuel in that pile of trash outside. I'm sort of in the middle of something delicate right now, but you can just relax or look around the place if you want. Okay. A shelf made from aluminum sheets lashed together with some cables. On it are some mechanical parts, a pair of boots, and a box containing some beautiful stones. The box has the word Godiva written on it in gold letters. Godiva is a chocolate brand, I believe. A sturdy, solid-looking stove. This is the house. A bathtub. I wonder how he boils the water, though. A cooler box that's been converted into a makeshift sink, and a plastic crate holding the wild plants he must have picked before. What are you doing on that computer? Click-clack. He seems like he's tinkering with something quite delicate. Oh, what looks like a handmade axe. It seems old and worn, but the blade's well-honed edge glints in the light. Of course, I can't pick it up. I don't think this is the kind of game where you carry around a weapon. Whoa, how much further does this place go? Yeah, this place is pretty big, actually. Wow, he must have a lot of interests. I guess this is his little gardening space. I liked houseplants too. I used to put mine out in the veranda. Handmade shelf with some plants displayed on it. What a cute light blue watering can. Actually, when was the last time I even saw a watering can? I don't know whether to call this life fulfilling or empty. Before, I used to hesitate to talk to myself, but now I can ramble on and on to myself for what feels like hours. I used to have a dream to live for, but that was a long time ago. Now I'm just living to live. Friend 1, Lamble the horse. Friend 2, Floorless the pine. Friend 3, Penniless the pine. Okay, this is his horse. Friend 4, Windy the silver birch. Friend 5, Pooh the poplar. Friend 6, Chains the cherry. Friend 7, Quartz dazzle the camphor. Friend 8, Newbie 1 the willow. Friend 9, Newbie 2 the polar. Friend 10, Newbie 3 the false acada. All I think about lately is dying. What should I do? Everyone here is similar in that regard. And I think that is telling us a lot about the story. Looks like there's something inside the locker. Got the yellow binoculars. Is this some kind of a warehouse? Fluorescent lamps mounted on the walls flicker faintly. The muffled sound of the rain echoes through the sheet metal and plywood walls of the long corridor. It's almost like being underwater. My upper body absorbs the fluorescent light, while my lower body is engulfed in shadow. I guess this is what they call half-body bathing. There's something comforting about that lukewarm sensation. The feeling of the water as it crawls through my every orifice. This does seem like a warehouse. Can I move this? Oh, okay. Wait, I don't even think I need to move this. I can just walk here. Huh. Hey. Oh. Am I not supposed to be back here? Where are you wandering off to, lady? Sorry, I was just so fascinated by your house. Whatever, not that I mind. It is fascinating. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Bet you didn't think it'd be this big. Took a long time to build it all myself, bit by bit, room by room. Is this your room? This is the room where I put up paintings I like. When I want to just lock myself away somewhere dark, I come here and sleep on the floor. Anyway, take a look around. Think of it as like an art gallery. Oh, I really like this one too. Odilon Reedon, Hallucinations, 1870 to 1890. Hallucinations? That's a wonderful name for this piece of artwork. My Sanctuary. Odilon Reedon, Arab musician, 1883. This one is beautiful. I love this. I love art museums. Fun fact. Fun big gaming lore fact. Love a good art museum. I really do. I've punched this exact spot on the wall 73 times, maybe 74. I'm not sick anymore. I spend every night looking out at that city in the distance. Won't somebody come to this dark place and just kill me? Here in the darkness, my body feels so light. Sooner or later, I'm gonna kill someone. I feel sorry for whoever it'll be. But here I am, this empty husk, here again today, here again today, here again today. Oh, Odilon Reedon, Armor, 1891. Seems to be a fan of Odilon Reedon. What is that? I'm gonna move this to the... Can I move this to the side? Or do I have to push it down? And then push that to the side? Oh, here we go. Some little puzzle solving here. What? Hey, lady. Don't tell the boy in the yellow jacket I'm here. I like it here. I don't hurt people anymore. Here, even someone like me can shine. Ha 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 ha. Right. Looks like there's something inside the locker. Got the yellow earphones. I imagine these belong to this mobile gamer here. Would you like them? Sometimes you just don't want to hear or see anyone. You get what I mean, right? That's when I come to this room. Okay, so maybe you don't want your earphones. Who is this? Destroy? Destroy? Destroy me. pleasure me. Please destroy me. Use me. Let's make each other... What is this? Feel good together. What is this? I don't understand. The hell is this? When did you get into my house? I'll kill you. Take this. Die. Die. Feels good. What was that? It looked like some kind of an apparition shaped like a knife. Whew, that should do it. Every once in a while, one of these crazy guys finds their way inside my house somehow. They're like cockroaches. He didn't hesitate to kill that thing at all. Anyway, I was just about finished what I was working on, so come back and we'll have something to eat. You can even take a bath, too. Not exactly a luxury spa, though. Head on back when you want. I'll be getting things ready. Okay, makes sense why this guy is hiding, then. Makes a lot of sense, actually. I will not let him know you're here. Oh my god, Odilon Reed and the Cyclops. 1914. Now, I'm one with the blue of the rain, the blue of the atmosphere. I don't think I'm broken. I think soon I'll be able to accept it all. I'm feeling good. That's all. This is his sanctuary. Okay, let's head back. I mean, of all the places we can kind of take shelter, I guess this isn't the worst. I don't understand why there's things coming into the home and why they need to die instantly, but, you know. Here we are nonetheless. This place really is big, good god. Were you fixing something before? Yeah, I was doing maintenance on this handgun I picked up. Found it a while back in that trash heap outside. Whoa, is that a real gun? Yep, I've been into guns since I was a kid, so I can tell this is real. It's even got some rounds inside. I'm pretty sure it'd fire. No idea why something like this was just lying around in the trash, though. Now we're gonna have a meal? After that short talk, the two of us eat together. We talk about all sorts of things, seated around the squat little table he's fashioned for himself of some sort of dark wood. I ask him any questions that comes to mind. There's something quite funny about the way he gesticulates as he speaks, all while maintaining the same bored and listless expression. The boy gets up and begins chucking some small scraps of dried firewood and bits of plastic from the pile beside the stove into the fire still roaring outside. Soon, the new fuel begins to crackle and pop as the toxic-smelling fumes of burning plastic fill the air. The boy pours the nearly boiling contents of the kettle, heating on a stove, into a stainless steel cup, setting a cup of what seems like a homemade tea in front of me. As we talk from time to time, he stares quite intently at the handgun he's just cleaned, sometimes sniffing it. Why are you doing that? Sometimes when I go to sleep, I remember when you could still see the sun. Old fragmentary memories. The sun pouring into the gym as we all played basketball, not that I remember anything about any of the people I played with. It was such a warm, wide open place. It felt like I was floating. I wonder how long it's been since then. There hasn't been any sunlight in this world for a long time, just the warmth of my stove and the cold, sterile glow of electric lights. But walking along in the darkness puts me at ease. Maybe now this body only comes alive in the dark. He seems to mutter to himself quietly as he stares at the ceiling. The boy reaches under the table, grabbing two bottles, one seemingly of vodka and the other of red wine, plonking them down on the table. The bottles are scuffed up all over, their labels beginning to peel, but seem extraordinarily sturdy. Did you find those in the trash heap too? Yep, there was a bunch of bottles, each with a bit left, so I collected them all into these. I tried some of it yesterday and it wasn't bad, not undrinkable. It's hard for bacteria to grow in alcohol. Are you sure that's safe? I mean, I used a bit of machine oil in that food we just ate too. Couldn't be worse than that. Only a bit. Any more and you'd get a get. What? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm not hip with the lingo. Actually, this one might be better off avoiding, he says upon taking a swig out of the red wine bottle, tossing it into the pile of trash in the corner of the room. In the end, we end up chatting about random things, slightly buzzed on the contents of the vodka bottle cut with a little water. We can both hold our liquor so neither of us get very drunk, just tipsy enough to have a heart-to-heart talk. He's disassembled the gun again and begun playing with it. I wonder how long he's lived here. I can't imagine how long it must have taken him to put together all of this. He's probably spent an unfathomably long time here all alone. I begin to think back to everything that's happened since I woke up in this world as I lie on the cold concrete floor. It felt like quite a long journey. Well, it has in fact been something of a journey, one that's given me plenty to think about as I walked. I wonder just what this world is. I feel quite awake and conscious. The boy gets up slowly and turns on the radio. Some comedians appear to be excitedly chatting away somewhere. I laugh from time to time at their silly gags. There's something that feels entirely alien to this cold place about the voices of people going about their ordinary lives on the other side of the radio, and the sounds of their daily rhythms from behind the television screen in the rest area. I've seen 2 deaths since coming to this world. The faint warmth of the dead deer's last spurts of blood, the way the lady smiled mischievously at me one last time just before dying. It feels like those memories of them are beginning to seep into my mind and lay down roots. Perhaps, even if I forget everything else about them, those memories and some of their words will linger inside me, almost like ghosts. You remember how I told you I stopped to rest at that place you mentioned before I came here? Oh yeah, you mentioned that. I met a lady there. We talked for quite a while and we were getting on pretty well, but then she jumped off the side of the bridge and ended her life. Huh, is that so? Well, not a rare occurrence, especially not in this world. It made me think of how easily a person's life could just end. How we all have these unimaginably huge inner worlds of thoughts and memories inside us, and then they can all just disappear in the blink of an eye. Just like that. So it goes, and in the end, what's one life worth anyway? And don't even get me started on memories. They're vague, nebulous things. Far more so than most people realize. I guess you're quite the misanthrope, though I'm one to talk. I just think this world, everything in it, it's all just empty. Seeing the people walking along on the street, how do I put it? At some point, they all just started to seem like shadows to me. Shadows, or maybe just walking containers of thermal energy. Philosophical zombies, I guess is how I'd put it. In any case, that's all feelings and memories are. Stupid, meaningless things. But don't you think the memories you have of your friends and the things they made you feel are worth something? In the end, they all end up being meaningless. You just don't think they are when they're fresh. Maybe it'd be better off to say it's all just empty in the end, like a barren desert or outer space. It's all so disappointing, so boring. We're all gonna die one day, and it's not as if people don't change what they say and think constantly while they're alive either. There isn't a single thing in this world worth believing in. I want to become something more free, and it's not like I have anyone I care about, I never have. I think I was like you too. I understand the feeling at least. His voice has an even, neutral quality to it that seems to echo inside my head. Despite his juvenile assertions and the way he seems driven more by impulse than logic as he speaks, his tone of voice remains flat and unperturbed. But seeing him ramble on for so long, despite his normally cool and composed personality, I wonder if something's finally reached a breaking point inside him. He seems hopelessly angry at something. I focus. I gather my conscience. I focus on his voice, a voice that might have never left his throat if I hadn't met him and struck up a conversation. His throat that might have only ever been used for breathing and swallowing food. I see the smile the lady had on her face just before she died flash before my eyes. I wonder what kind of life she lived, what kind of school she went to, what sorts of friends or partners she had, what memories she carried with her. I remember she mentioned she lived somewhere in Canada. I can't even imagine what it would have been like to live somewhere so far away. Is this sadness? I don't know what to call this emotion. The boy's right that in the end, I don't know anything about her. But I feel like I don't want to forget the little bits and pieces of her life that she told me about, those last remnants of her. Inside the little universe of my consciousness, her words began to give off light, taking on a form of their own, giving birth to new meaning. Thoughts began to emerge within me that the person I had been until now could never have imagined. Is it precisely because I know almost nothing about her that her words are able to give birth to this kind of new meaning? If I'd known her better, maybe I would have found some ugly facet of the human she was and come to hate her, or simply grown bored of her. Okay, maintenance should all be done. What are you planning to use that gun for? Huh, you want to know? Hey, don't point that thing at me. Ha. You know that big trash heap outside? I always go and climb up there to look way off into the distance. Why don't we take a look now? It'll blow you away. Sure. How far do you think we'll be able to see today? Don't know. It depends on the wind and how thick the fog is. I don't know what's going to happen on that trash heap, but friends, I am worried. I'm worried. This is where I always start climbing from. I tried to clear out any sharp objects along the route that I normally take up to the top. Follow right behind me. Okay. Be careful not to slip on anything. Definitely wouldn't want to slip here. We begin to climb the mountain of debris and wreckage. The mountain of junk seems to have everything from everyday items to objects that clearly don't belong in this time and place. An entire abandoned sailboat, the massive naval cannon of an ancient warship, a silo that had once housed something, a locomotive engine that seems far more primitive than anything from this era, parts of what look like a futuristic reactor, maybe to one day be used in some kind of an engine. I follow the boy up the mountain, taking small, careful steps, making sure not to lose my footing. It's beautiful. The scenery blends into an indistinct blur, the city lights scattering and diffusing like smoke, perhaps because of the rain. Maybe it's just because we're high up, but it feels closer than I expected. There must be so many people living there. He continues ahead of me silently. That's when I notice he's brought the handgun with him. He plays with it like a toy, throwing it up into the air. Taking care not to lose my footing atop the mountain of scrap metal, I call out to the boy. You're gonna hurt yourself with that gun, aren't you? When I see the look in your eyes, I feel like I can just tell. He has the same expression that I'd seen on the lady's face, and my own. I know we've only just met, and it's not like I know what goes on inside your head, but you have a unique aura to you. Yeah, I'm planning on dying here. I only brought you up here because I wanted to die at the very top of this mountain. Well, actually, I do have another plan. What plan? He points the gun toward the city in the distance. I want to kill someone. Anyone in that city. Doesn't matter who, just a random senseless killing. Man, this takes me back to the days when they all used to call me crazy, a freak. He speaks in his usual cool and indifferent tone of voice, looking down toward me from above. His body's begun to glow pale blue. I hate them all. That's why I want to kill them. And you'll be the witness, the bystander who'll watch it happen without batting an eye. Doesn't that sound fun? Your life will never be the same after. You'll never forget the feeling of seeing someone die right in front of your eyes. And these stupid, boring days, this stupid, boring existence will finally be over. I stand there stunned in silence, just looking at his expression. Observing it, you could even say. You know the moment you came by? That's when I was about to end it. So I thought, perfect timing. Since you were already here, might as well have you stay and watch me do it. I watched the orange neon lights of the city reflected in his eyes. Honest eyes that betray the vivid, in a way, raw pain of a boy who's hurting. He continues as emotionless and indifferent as before. I think this is it for me. He clenches the sleeve of his raincoat. Not that a freak like me could live there anymore. I was always looking for a place where I would belong. I never found one in the end, but at this point, none of that matters to me anymore. And despite everything, the two of us are still there, gazing out at the city in the distance. Looking at the city lights, I feel like I can almost hear the sound of people's voices, smell the atmosphere of the city as they go about their lives. We forget ourselves, picturing scenes from memory of a past that never existed. Images of us walking in the city, as if swimming in that lukewarm ocean of neon lights. Dreams of days that would never be. A life that we always spoke of having someday, a someday that we would never reach. The birth of a new day falling endlessly into the deep darkness of the night. That's when the city lights begin to go out one by one from the left. Oh my God. Just quiet. Was there a lightning strike? Or was it a planned outage? We look on together. It's as if a massive wave washes over the city as the lights go out. I hear the boy sniff beside me, and from below me the sound of the wind blowing, almost like the roaring of the ocean. A kind of tranquility I've never felt before fills the air, one that's like floating weightlessly in the very center of the universe, embraced by the indigo darkness that surrounds us. The sound of the rain no longer reaches me. Parts of my face and his entire body begin to glow a pale blue like the light of a comet or a neutron star. So this is how a person disappears. Who knows how many people have already died today? How many in the past 10 or 100 years have suffered in a loneliness no one else would have ever known? I put my hand on the boy's shoulder. Maybe I've begun to pity him or sympathize with him. No, I think I just want to watch him. I'm only observing him. His shoulders are still slender and bony, but I can feel his faint warmth through his raincoat. Wow. The sound of our breathing, of our eyes blinking. This is just like a moment of humanity. The faint yet irrefutable proof that in this moment the two of us are still here. Okay, I'm going to die now. But can I ask you one thing? Yeah. Will you forget about me too, as soon as this is over? I don't want to forget you. Then at least remember. He begins, the barrel of the gun pressed to his head, his half-open eyes still fixed on the city lights. Please at least remember that I said, I hate them all, but I love them all too. Please don't. God. I should keep going down the highway. Still numb, I take a step forward. Back to the highway. We've met two characters on this journey, and now they are gone. This is such an unbelievably heavy game. Such an unbelievably heavy experience. Oh, I'm back here again. I'm home. Hey, it's raining like crazy outside, isn't it? You must be tired. Whoa, look, someone's laundry got totally blown away in the wind. Oh, I have a surprise for you. Ta-da! What is this? It's your birthday, remember? So, I mean, I got you a present. Oh, right, was that today? I totally oh my god. I totally forgot. But thanks. Can I open it? Of course. You got me a scarf. It's so cute. You know, it's autumn already, and I remember you saying you wanted a scarf. And I know you love green, so I thought this would be perfect. I'm always ready to die. Thank you, I love it. Right, this is an outward presentation. Oh, this game is killing me. This is breaking me. I'm always ready to die. I'm sorry. A few days later, I decided to end my life. It was raining on the beach the day I decided to do it. The sea was clouded with rain. Flocks of seabirds circled overhead. They flew as if blinded by the pale mist. Maybe they were simply surrendering their bodies to the air currents, letting the wind carry them wherever it chose as they cried out loudly, their bodies thoroughly soaked through by the rain. I washed down a mouthful of sleeping pills. Yep, I figured that. I'd saved up with green tea from a vending machine as I listened to the sound of the ocean. I wonder if now I'll finally be able to see my family again. I wondered oddly optimistically as I lay there, letting the rain fall on me. On a whim, I reached over and began to feel the various soft and bony parts of my palm with the other hand. I recall thinking, so this is what my own hand feels like. Then I lost consciousness. And I wake up here. Why does solitude feel so good, I wonder? Maybe I'll never be a normal person. Does someone like me even deserve to be alive? Here's Yuzuru. I know it wasn't easy making it here. I'm so sorry, I never noticed how much pain you were in. You've come far enough on your own. Let's go home together. What do I say? Can I save? Oh, I can't save. I don't know what to say. I'll say no. Wait. Is there something I can say to make you stay? Is there nothing I can do to make you want to go on living with me? I'm finally free. Okay, well, now we have to see the other ending. And this time we'll say, all right. Okay. All right, I'll go with you. So what happens now? I'd always dreamed of ending my life. When it was hard, when I couldn't sleep at night, I wanted to end my life so badly I couldn't think about anything else. I'm sorry. It's fine. You're fine the way you are. You and I are both misfits, after all. Even though everyone seems to only think of you as this serious, dependable person, I guess I'm the only one who knows the real you. Come on, take off those wet clothes, then you can rest. You don't have to think about anything anymore. The next time we go on a trip, let's pick a rainy day to go. I think it was being with you that taught me to love the rain. I think it was being with you that taught me to love the rain. I look up from my bed to see a clear blue sky. A raw, violent blue whose gaping jaws I almost feel like I'm falling into. Immediately, I start to miss the rain again as a wave of anxiety washes over me. It feels something like despair. I want you to show me all the ugliest parts of you, he says before he stands up and opens the curtains. The rays of light that shine in through the open curtains softly brush away the dim, gray shadows that filled the room. The light is beautiful. Okay, friends, what was all of that? What did that experience mean? This world that the game took place in, this existence, in my opinion, is some sort of a shared existence amongst everyone that has tried to take their life. And there are people that have been there for a short time. There are people that have been in that space for a long time. I think that's supposed to represent the amount of time maybe different people have been battling severe mental health issues and have been doing that on a day by day basis. In fact, there are some people that have been in that space, that mental state of despair and not wanting to be here anymore, that they've built a home there. We saw that with the second character in the game. They've built a home there. This is all they know now. This is the only space they are comfortable with being in. It's their entire existence basically. Now we had the lady who a lot of her despair came from, religious trauma, moving out of the faith and how that affected the rest of her life. And then we have our main character whose entire family died in the blink of an eye. She lost her whole life, everything she knew. And the process of rebuilding her life and rebuilding relationships around her was too much. And she made the final choice that, the other characters in the game ended up making as well. So we understand the world, but what does it mean? And friends, I think I have a good idea of what this means, and now I'm moving away from analyzing the game to talking to you. There is nothing more important than you continuing to be here. I know it is hard, and I know it can be a struggle every single day, but you are special. You are important, and the world is a better place because you are in it. I promise it's worth it to keep going. I promise it's worth it to keep going. This game did a beautiful job of showcasing how this kind of depression is such a human and shared experience. And this was in many different ways, not just because there were other people there, but the connection those people had with each other, that unspoken connection. And that's real. I'm so proud of you for being here right now. I'm proud of you for getting to this point. But it's always worth it to keep going. There are people that love and care about you. There are. And there are beautiful, small things in the world that you are here to experience. It's always the right choice to stay. It's always the right choice to stay. Even when you're in the darkest pits of despair and it seems like there's no light coming in, there's always some light leaking in. It's always worth it. It's always worth it, friends. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.